busy day today. We are off to have a shower because we still haven't worked out that. We've got hot water now. We just have to figure out pressure and stuff. And then, so the local caravan park has allowed us to have showers there, which is fantastic of them. That's Mole Creek Caravan Park. So we're off there, and then after there we're going to the council. So we're going to find out what planning permissions and permits and what we can and can't do on our land, because we have grand plans. So we're really excited about going there. Excited about going to the council. And then we need to go into Deloraine and do bits and bobs, including our license. So we need to change our license. Can't get the number plates I want until I've got my license, so I have to do that first. So there's a lot of running around today, and so off we go to have a shower. Shower done. Now it is time to fill up our water canister. So we are getting water, but we're not sure if it's drinkable. It still comes out brown and cloudy and that. So we're still filling up the water canisters. So the caravan park's allowed us to do that. So off we go. Water done, and now we're off to the council. But before, have a look at this. It's such a beautiful caravan park. It's got beautiful views as well. Toilets, that's the girls, the boys are behind. And these are some of the camp spots. And I only have one guest at the moment, which is really unusual. It's beautiful. So if you're ever around this way, totally recommend staying at this caravan park. But you've got to come to us first and stay with us first, and then you can come here. This is future me, because I realised that we didn't film when we got to the council or back from the council to let you know what the outcome was. Not as good as we hoped. They were super friendly and they were really helpful and gave us lots of advice, but of course there's nothing we can do right now. So behind me you will see our shed, and that shed there, we can replace that like for like, as in same height, same width, theoretically same sloping roof, and we can replace that. But it's too small, and with all the future plans that we want to do, that's not good enough for us. We need much, much bigger. We have a lot of things we're going to do in the future. Not telling you now, but we need it bigger. So we need that shed. I don't know if you can see the peg. It's there, about that far out. And we need that shed much bigger, and we want to put a shed next to there. Now we need to put cars away as well, so we might actually need something even bigger than that, and it needs to come out a lot more. I think the pegs have disappeared now, so we need that to be much bigger, and we want to put at least 3 RV spots along here, and we would ideally like to have right up the back along there our new house, because that is the best vantage point to get the gorgeous views. Not that we have much of views today because it's cloudy. We need to ideally replace this. Now we can replace our house like for like again, as if it has to have the same footprint. If we can't get approval to build up the back of the property, then we will need to rebuild this. Now the complicated thing is, do we rebuild here regardless and use it as my studio or B&B or what? Every time we think we're going to do something,
we realise how rotten it is and the whole thing needs to be done. So for example, that's where the vandals smashed that window there, and the wood is so rotten we can't replace the glass, so we need to replace the whole thing. So we're thinking French doors, walk straight out onto a patio area. We'd like to put a big patio here, get rid of that fence, put a big patio there. And the wall's rotten. We don't know what's holding the roof up. Those fireplaces have got to come down. Oh, it's just so much work. So is it worth just spending the money to rip the whole thing down? But then where do we live? It's so complicated. And so that's the only thing that we're absolutely fine with doing is around here. Now remember, this is future me, and you will see all this in a future video. We can set up a garden. So they have no problem whatsoever with us planting stuff. They say, go for it. And we can change that fence. So the fence line along there, absolutely fine, but it can't be bigger than 1.2 metres. If we do, we have to get council approval. But why can't we just start everything now? Because we're on land that's called karst land. Karst land means that it's limestone underground. It's called Caveside for a reason, because there's caves all around here. There's caves. See that mountain just there? There's caves around there, all up through here. You can just go around the corner and you can actually go exploring caves just over there. Yeah, so we have to get agricultural survey. We need to have, oh, it's gone out of my mind. There's another survey we need to get done, and we have to have a karst survey. And when all that is done and it's all put to council, then they will approve or not approve any changes that we made building wise to here. We even have to have permission to have the tanks, if we want to put any extra tanks in. So we can as there's enough room here for a couple of tanks, we're looking at upgrading and putting a couple of tanks in there as well. So lots to think about, lots to, we don't know. We keep swapping and changing our mind, but the first thing is to get those 3 surveys done. And of course, that's all money, 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 money. It's a beautiful, crisp morning here this morning, and the maximum it is going to be 11 degrees. And we're in a week of cold patch, and there is snow up on them there hills. It's hard to believe that it is no more than 11 degrees today. It's about 8, feeling like 2 at the moment. And where we left in North Queensland, it is 30 degrees today. Such a difference. I love it when the clouds come over the mountains and it looks like this. It's just so moody. However, it is very cold and my hand is freezing off, so I am going to go back inside. That's the moon, looking particularly bright this morning on the way to the markets. Doesn't actually show how bright it is as a moon. It looks more like the sun, and the reflection on the water is pretty. We've had our moon set, and now we've got our sunrise. Look at this, everyone. I have oodles of shelves. James put them up yesterday, and today I am going to fill them. I've already done some we did the other day, just over there. Now to fill over here. So I'm planning, whether this stays planned, in here and maybe along here, the wax stuff, so fragrances and whatever needs to go in there, but definitely fragrances. That's my wax melter, so hopefully there's enough room for when I get my Mahusive one. And then the rest of this should be wool or yarn. I didn't realize how much I actually had. I've got to put those 2 boxes up there, and maybe that, but it might stay there because I've also got all this in here to put in there. I might keep the yarn that's in there in those tubs and just shift the tubs over to that space there. And then I've also got, but I doubt it's going to go in there, those boxes there. And oh, and there's one up there as well. I've got a lot. Okay, let's get started. And here she is, all finished. I'm full. And yes, I still have some fleece that I have not been able to fit. And you can see all my candle making stuff. And what you see there being made is a sneak peek of the consignment I have at Mole Creek Post Office. So they've agreed to sell my candles. Pretty exciting. I think I need more wool though. What do you reckon? We are at Mole Creek Post Office because I am dropping off a consignment of candles, my first consignment in Tasmania. So pretty excited. I'm not going to obviously film in there, but I'm dropping off a whole heap of candles and hopefully they sell well and we'll see how we go.